39. $40.
I'm not sure if he's got a very straight angle, which he would like on this pink, because he'd like to run through on the red below and to the right of the black. Whether he can still get on that red, as you can see, not straight enough to make it simple.
$46.
Well, Alan, he was 2-1 down. He was struggling. A plant that he successfully executed got him going. Is it a plant that Ben Wollaston took on and didn't get that's going to turn things back in his favour here?
Yeah, I mean, look, anyone
47.
can miss any ball at this game. Goodness me, I played it myself, I know. But I just think that to play a plant which was not really in line, as we could see, it wasn't his only option. He had about 2 other reds he could have played. And he's, I mean, you can see it's not really lined up, and he played it very tentatively. He sort of, it almost squeezed further away from the pocket in the manner in which he played it. So it was a misjudgment, and it might be the one that cost him the match. And a notable victory it might have been.
Well, the next few shots are crucial as to whether that happens or not, whether he does come back to the table.
$53.
Well, if there is to be a twist, it might revolve on this shot. And we have seen these balls missed along the cushion on this table. It's not a certainty. Oh, very good. Very accurate.
54.
Oh, it's just overdone it. So it could be that Ben Wollaston comes back to the table with the frame still winnable, albeit with a lot to do. Yes, no pot attempted there. There was a few oohs and ahs, but he didn't go for it.
57.
And he might have done, but actually the shot he's played is giving him a very strong advantage. Of course, winning the frame there and then in that visit was very much a possibility, but that's the second prize.
Yeah, so 56 in it, 67 on. Wollaston simply cannot afford to leave a red on, otherwise it's surely over.
Now, as he left this red on again, its accuracy is the key on these. Played a good frame here. Things could have been very different.
Well, one thing's for sure, in the Home Nations series, Mark Allen doesn't do things the easy way. And he's missed that black. This isn't over yet. That was match ball.
Wow. How has he missed that?
Mark Allen won.
He's lucky the black's gone where it has, actually. He got a big double kiss. He's played on the red. And that little nudge, I mean, that was incredibly fortunate. That is an unbelievable miss on match ball, isn't it? He'd have been behind the red, but for that double kiss, and the black would have been in the middle of the table. Not easy, that last shot.
Yeah, what I was going to say before he missed the black was that, as you see this from Wollaston, 5 deciders in a row in the English Open, and it was going to be 2 in a row here, but he hasn't won this one yet.
He's played a lot of deciders this season, actually. Most of which, like you explained, he's won. But, you know, he did lose in the British Open to Mark Williams in a deciding frame. Mark Allen, various other ones along the way also. A lot of his matches have gone very deep. Well, they often say the balls do not forgive you. And I wonder if there could ever be a chance that Wilson could get back into this frame. Looking at the plant here, I think, to put the match away. Oh, he's playing the other red. Yeah, played the red in the middle of the 3.
It's taken some winning, hasn't it?
1.
But he's still here, barring snookers, and Mark Allen, he's nothing if not determined. He'll just be happy with the win. Made the 2 centuries, of course, in amongst it all. As at the English Open, someone's going to have to scrape him off the table. No one managed it that week in Brentwood.
Yeah, it's been a strange display though, isn't it? Like you say, you know, you see those 2 centuries, they were absolutely brilliant. But, you know, in between it, he's looked a little bit out of sorts, so it's a strange one. Hard to think you can be out of sorts.
Mark Allen 5.
So 62 the difference. 51 on. Looks like Wollaston might be snookered here on all of them. That would have killed it off once and for all had that dropped.
I mean, it's 2 centuries yesterday and 2 again today. You know, it's good going on these tables.
Yeah, you can see that red. And he's on the black, but he's going to have to pot it. Otherwise it is over.
Eight. 9.
Well, there's a very difficult snooker that needs to be played here, but of course
16.
the red ball could do with being very close to a colour to make the free ball an option.
Ben Wilson 16.
Well, it is close to a colour. But I didn't think it would be the blue from the bump of the middle pocket. Not quite over this match. Terry Camilleri is going to come round and make sure the red is going to be hit, not the blue on the way through here. Ooh.
Foul. Ben Wilson 4.
This is a ticklish one. Is it a free ball?
Free ball.
Wow. He's saying no way it's a free ball, Mark Allen. I think these are difficult ones. These are very difficult ones to call.
What a huge call it is as well.
Well, it's massive, isn't it? I think it might be, you know. I think the referee, I think he's one of the best referees around. It's really close. Well, has he changed his mind? Seems that way. That was a massive moment.
Yeah, because with the free, had it been a free ball, it's a chance for another 8 points.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're not at the table. He called it, and then Mark didn't think it was, which of course he's very much entitled to do. And then the measurement he made didn't kind of make me sure either way. Yeah, effectively, if that was a free ball, you know, he can put the green and the black, he can clear up and win. That was quite a big moment there.
So can Allen put the red away and put the match away? He can, and he has. It's been a real battle. Saw his good friend Jordan Brown coast through 4-0. This would have been anything but it is double success for the Northern Irishman tonight. Mark Allen wins yet another decider in the Home Nation Series. The English Open champion still standing in Belfast. He'll play Aaron Hill in the last 16. He's finally seen off Ben Wollaston by 4 frames to 3.
Well, Ali Carter 4. One. Eight in the frame, Ali Carter. The second frame, Ali Carter to break. One. Seven. Eight. 15. Sixteen. $21. $22. $29. 30. $37. 38. 46. 51. 52. 57. 58. 59. 64. 65. 72. 73. 79. 80. 87. 88. 95. 96. 101. 102. 105. 107. 110. 114. 119. 125. 132 in the frame, Ali Parker. Frame 3, Jamie Robertson to break. One. Eight. Nine. 16. 17.
So
Second
Kyrie
frame.
Wilson prepares to
Kyrie
break off for
Wilson to
frame
break.
2, having won the first frame in less than 10 minutes with a break of 135 from a safety error from Ryan. It wasn't much of a safety error, but here he is breaking off for frame 2.
Yeah, I always think if you play the safety shot and your opponent can get his hand on the table, it's not good. And Ryan, in his attempt at safety, left that long red on for Kyron. But what a break it was. And that wasn't far away. Didn't want the full ball kiss, and that's just unfortunate, I'm afraid. Got very near the pot there, Ryan. Got the speed of the table very nicely.
Yes, I mean, we heard the interview, didn't we, from Mark Allen, and reading between the lines, I don't think he was impressed at all with the way the table was playing. And I have to say, the cushions are very quick. But, I mean, if you're a golfer, you're having to play in all sorts of different weather conditions. You're playing the same course, and for the first couple of days, the pin positions are the same, but the weather can be completely different, and you have to just accommodate that. You have to adapt. Snooker players expect conditions to be exactly the same every day, and they seldom are.
Yeah, well, the conditions can't be that bad, can they, with all the century breaks going in there. Look at Mark Allen, knocked 2 in on the bounce earlier on this evening, knocked 2 in on the bounce against his last opponent. He's just knocked in at 137. I want to play on these bad tables.
It's just the way we change as we get older. I mean, when you first turn professional in your early 20s,
12.
you're just delighted to be playing on brand new cloths, because as an amateur player, you rarely did.
So your club didn't have a lot of money then?
Well, I just, I was reminding myself when I won the Welsh Amateur in '91, I played a chap in a club in an earlier round, and must have had about a 4-inch square tear in the cloth that had been sewn up. Things like that. And you turn professional, you're guaranteed to be playing on beautiful new cloths, and normally in most tournaments, certainly back then, you were always wearing a bow tie and a waistcoat, and you just felt as though you were privileged, really.
Yeah,
20.
right. Well, that black used all the pocket. I didn't think it was in, but it dropped.
21.
And he can be very intimidating the way he walks around the table, Karen Wilson.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, he's a big Chelsea supporter. You'd think they've lost 5-1 the way he's playing. He's playing almost as though he's angry.
28. $29.
Yeah, nice angle on the black, just to run through the 2 cushions. And maybe if he leaves this low, he can open more reds up. And that's just about right. He can open the reds up, go down to blue or green. And if this turns out okay, it could be end of frame again.
Yeah, may even flick the pink out here. And has.
37.
But this is a shot that you're absolutely right. You purposely leave yourself low on the red, as Kyron did, to bring others into play. But it's the way they control the ball off the pack of the reds, as Kyron's done there. It's a shot that, they're beginning to practice more of. Years ago, it was a shot that players very seldom thought of.
$43.
Now, I may decide to just give these reds a little touch again here. He doesn't have to, because there's a couple of reds just below the pink that will go. It's okay,
50.
providing he hit the red like he did. It was always going to be on a red to the middle. This is probably a little bonus.
51.
Sometimes when it's a lower ranked player, they get carried away with themselves after making a big break and they get in again and miss an easy one. I don't think that's the case with Karen Wilson.
59.
Totally focused.
All right, Day must be beginning to wonder what's hit him here.
64.
He's barely had a chance to play himself in. He couldn't have been expecting this after that marathon previous match. Both these players walked out at something like 20 past 10. But Kyron seems to
65.
be as fresh as a daisy here.
Yep, and this blue will leave Ryan needing snookers. This blue or pink. I think I'd be taking the blue here myself, but he's so confident he's playing the pink, which gets him closer to the reds.
Of course, Kyron Wilson is our defending champion, having
71.
played so well last year in the final. I mean, he played incredible snooker, defeating Judd Trump by 9 frames
72.
to 3.
Well, it can't have been any better than this, I don't think. One visit snooker. And it could be 2 total clearances by the time it's finished.
79.
Both reds will go into both corners. Playing for the more difficult one while he had the angle on the black to play for that red.
87. $88. $93.
Wait for it.
Oh well, cue ball's gone in, so it would have been a foul anyway, even if he had a fluke red. But nevertheless, the first frame took under 10 minutes, that one barely 8 minutes. Another great break, 93 from Kyron Wilson. He extends his lead to 2-0.
Frame.
Welcome back to the
Ryan Day to break.
Waterfront Hall here in Belfast, the venue of the Beckfitz and Northern Ireland Trophy. Kyron Wilson already halfway to victory here and a place in tomorrow's last 16. Ryan Day with it all to do. He's only potted a couple of balls. He's done precious little in the match. Kyron Wilson has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and he's not going to improve if he doesn't get better break-offs than that. Another half chance here for Kyron Wilson. Look at that, right in the middle. And the cue ball just holding up for one of the baulk colours. What great cueing that was.
And let's not forget, it's Ryan Day who leads the head-to-head by 7 matches to 4.
Yeah, a lot of those matches were the early days though, before Kyron became the player he was. Although he has had a win against him recently in 2022. Champion of Champions, he won a decider. They've had 5 deciders in total.
Six.
In 11 matches with each other. I'll keep that cue ball away from the cushion, which given him one of these reds. Yep, and that's worked out very nicely. Nice angle on the black to get to either of those 2 reds.
Well, this is incredible from Kyron Wilson. I just will mention one thing though. 6 of Ryan's
19.
7 wins against Kyron were all in best of 7 frame encounters, but Ryan did beat Kyron 5-0 in the semi-final of the Romanian Masters, which was played about 8 years ago now, I think.
20.
Well, he's got to start looking for a way to bring more reds into play. And if he finishes low on this red, he may have had a chance to do just that, but I think he's a little straighter than what he wanted.
I'm sure he can leave himself an angle to come off the top cushion from the black and go into the reds, but they're not a good pack of reds to go into from the black, in all honesty.
26.
No, I agree. It's one of those where you need to catch the end red if you can.
27.
Swinging the white ball into the reds. What's the curve on the cue ball here? He couldn't have hit them any better, could he? Now is he on the red to the left centre? Forcing that cue ball through the reds.
Yeah, he couldn't have played that much better. I don't think he's on a red to the centre, but I think it will pop into the yellow pocket. There's pressure on this, but the way Kyron's playing, I don't think he cares about that.
Dead right, Dominic. Just stroked it in as though it was easy. He played the cue ball into a good place in case he missed it. Still leaving himself a chance at one of the baulk colours. Oh, he misses. Now,
Wilson,
what
35.
can Ryan Day do?
agree with me, Joe. And you haven't actually done anything wrong. It doesn't affect your play so much when you get a chance. It's when you make a lot of mistakes and you're 2-0 behind. So I wonder if Ryan could make a big break here. It wouldn't surprise me that much if he did.
Well, the balls are nicely placed, aren't they, Dominic? So every chance.
1.
But he's called. Got to be careful not to get caught up in the other guy's pace. Kyle Wilson been stomping around the table. But he has to just take it easy and try and play himself into it, get his own pace and build.
6.
And that, for me, was all down to the
96.
first red that he potted in the middle. It was such an easy red, and he left himself straight on the blue. That was a poor shot, and that led to missing this red.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at our statistics here, that Kyra Wilson's already potted 71 balls. Ryan has just potted 4.
The red just by the pink spot may be available to the right corner. He could play it in such a way as to take the cue ball back into the balk area. Very close. And the kiss was favourable. Had he missed the green, he may have left that long red to the right corner.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if the 2 reds below the pink spot, though, can be made into a plant.
Yeah. And he'd be hitting the right side of them for me to make it into a plant. And we both know, Dominic, that they don't have to be touching to reverse. Yeah, not the best kiss in the world. A chance at this long red. Green just obstructing him slightly. Well, another chance for Ryan, and one you feel he's got to take. He is going to need the difficult yellow, but the green is in a nice spot just to drop it in if he gets that far.
Six. 7.
Again, that's not the best shot he's played. It was easy enough to get the right side of the blue there.
Twelve. 13.
He's a little high on the black. If he played this plain ball, the cue ball might just flick the red below it on the top cushion, so he'll need to work out which red he wants to play for here, because he's going to have to apply some spin to the cue ball.
Yeah, just caught the red. But as long as he hit it thin,
20.
he knew he was going to be on these reds to the middle.
$21. $26. $27.
Now, will he play this red along the cushion first? I will play for this.
He's on the middle red of the three,
34.
but the top red of those three won't be straightforward to get onto. Doesn't have the best angle on this either, really.
$35.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any choice this time but to play for that red near the cushion. He's got to pot it to win this frame.
Oh, you could see him look away
42.
there. Disgusting. Dead straight on this red. And it won't be straightforward now to get nicely on the black. He'll need to be fairly straight on the black to hold for the remaining red. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, he had to power it in with stun run through to try
Right,
and get
Dave,
onto the
42.
black. And he hasn't got away with it. Surprised he missed that. There was a lot of distance there, but it was what he was trying to do with the cue ball.
One.
Oh, he's played this well.
8.
Nicely played onto the red, and if he pots the black, he doesn't need the yellow.
$9.
He needed a couple of chances, but he's took them. Nothing fancy now, Ryan. Make sure the black.
$16. $18. 18.
Yeah, a little bit of extra insurance. I feel that is part of the match now.
Yes, you never settle down until you get the first frame on the board, but Ryan Day's certainly done
Ryan
that
Day,
now.
21
Nod
and
of
the
the
frame.
head from Kyron Wilson in acknowledgement. And Ryan Day with a break of 42 only, but it's the catalyst to victory in that frame and reduces the deficit, but still trails by 2-1. Welcome back. Ryan Day has managed to halve the deficit. Didn't do a lot in that frame. There were more mistakes from Kyron Wilson, that's for certain. He made at least 3 or 4 mistakes. Ryan Day managed a break of 42 in that frame. It was enough in the end to help him to get his first frame on the board. There is another match, by the way, going on table 2, and Ali Carter's in action against Jimmy Robertson. Ali Carter stormed into a 3-0 lead with breaks of 64, 132 and 62. But Jimmy Robertson has just won his first frame, but still trails 3-1 over on table 2. That's available for you on our digital platform, Discovery Plus. If you want to have a look at Ali Carter in action there, he must be very happy with his 3-1 lead. Just needs one more, and his night's work will be done. Just waiting for Kyron Wilson to come back into the arena. Where's Ryan Day off to? He's just going backstage to compose himself. It's a good idea sometimes when you're in your chair. There's a lot to think about. The audience is still there. The TV cameras are upon you. Sometimes it's a good idea just to disappear backstage, have a quiet word with yourself. While he waits the return of Kyron Wilson. I'm sure he won't be long. In fact, here he comes.
The 4th frame. Kyron Wilson to break.
So, Kyron Wilson breaking off for frame number 4. Made a few mistakes in that last frame, and Ryan has managed to get a little bit of a foothold into this match now.
Decent break off. Got to be careful of the double kiss. Excellent speed. Yeah, and a good return from where he was.
That previous frame was the only frame so far that's reached double figures in duration. The first frame took 9 minutes 55, the second 8 minutes and 7 seconds. And that last frame 15 minutes and 11, so it's whistling through this match, isn't it? So far anyway.
Yeah, good safety again. Tap on the table there from Karen.
Yes, there have been precious few safety shots played in this match, but this is a proper tactical exchange.
Normally he'd be tempted by the red to the middle, but he'd believe in the red closest to the left corner if he took that one on and missed it. So I may decide to play the safety off that red he's closest to.
There are a couple of reds just below the pink and red that look dangerously close to this right corner pocket to me. I haven't seen Karen look at them yet, but I can only assume they're not a plant.
Oh, he's missed them.
Just had a look at them there, didn't he?
Yeah, another good safety. Managed to cover the red near the left corner. A mistake. And it could be expensive. Easy enough to play for the black, but where does it go to afterwards as he catches this red too thick?
Yeah, at the moment the pink's available, but red below it is occupying its spot, so reds are in great positions, but problem is some of them are blocking the high valued colours spots, so that's going to cause a problem here for Karen. I don't think he had a choice but to play for the black there.
No, if he could have got to the pink, I agree with you. You know, play for the pink. And this isn't a gimme because he's got to play it at pace. And we've seen these stay out. Yeah, just the pace that helped it into the pocket.
I think the red he needs to get rid of now is the one that's just below the pink, that's blocking the pink spot. Because then if he can pop the pink will be an open play and readily available.
8.
Yeah, got to be the right side of the blue. And I agree with you. That would be the best red to play for. Freeze the pink into both corners and the middle. Couldn't get to it that time round.
14.
Well, if he's straight on the red to the right corner, he can play a stun run through for the pink into the left centre in such a way as to remove that red away from the pink spot.
Yeah, but there's pressure on this. Yeah, there's pressure on that.
Kyron Wilson, 14.
And now Ryan Day with a half chance.
I wonder where the cue ball goes. If he pops the red, is there a gap through the others?
Well, there's the answer. Try to find the gap. He may just be tempted, you know, to play the blue.
Ryan Day, 1.
Just having a look to see if the red close to the black will pass the one that Kyron has just left near the corner pocket. If it doesn't, he's got a bit of a problem here, Kyron. I beg your pardon, Ryan, because he may be forced to come off the side cushion and pop this red. He's looking at it now, but it will take some judgment because the red is a good few inches away from the lip of the pocket.
Yeah, tough shot. And of course the cue ball going anywhere. He needs a bit of luck here. And he didn't get it. Another chance for Kyron Wilson. Yeah, it took some judging, that shot. And the cue ball always going towards those reds. didn't want the kiss on the brown, and that's really spoiled things.
6.
This red to the middle, which he's got to take on, very tough. Yeah, well played. Generous round of applause from the audience there, realising how good a pot that was.
Yeah, you see a lot of those missed, especially playing it at a slow pace. That cue ball only has to drift offline, oh, a matter of millimetres, and you won't pot the red. But now the black spot seems to be occupied, but I think it will go on the brown spot. There's no way the black will respot. Players actually are really good judges of things like this. Referees not quite so, but they have to check it.
14. $15.
Yeah, the red will go to the middle.
21.
Doesn't have to take it, he's got the other red. But if the pink goes to the right corner, well, different idea. It's looking good.
27.
Yeah, he's on the red, but he's going to have to go back for the blue.
Just got to be careful if he screws off the other red that he doesn't go close to that centre pocket with the cue ball. Oh, he's okay, but he's missed the red.
Karen Wilson, 27.
Yeah, the wheels have kind of come off Karen Wilson. His positional play wasn't good during that break. Still expected him to pop that. Maybe he was thinking about the cannon too much. So 40-point deficit. Lots of check on the cue ball. I think to try and check it for the blue. Oh, is there anything that goes there? Just got a little bit too much check and pace into the shot.
Yeah, rueful grin. I think the only
Yellow ball.
colour out of those four that's possible is the yellow, and he's taken the yellow on, and for me, this is tougher than the blue.
Yeah, he's probably thought it's the best one for position, but it was missable. And we know that the pink will go to the right corner, but it's dropping on a red. That will get him to the pink. Easy enough to play for the reds. And they're going into the wrong pocket. That's the one that would have led to the pink, but has he just come a little too far? is okay. Just drop it in. Pink will
10.
go back onto its own spot.
Sixteen. Seventeen.
He's another one like Karen Wilson,
23.
strikes the ball so well. Ryan Day. The only problem is that red on the left side cushion. It should be the only
24.
problem. Nice angle on the pink, just to screw back for these two reds into the left corner.
Yeah, if anything, just a touch too much angle on the pink, but he'll already be thinking about that awkward red. It won't be ideal for a right-handed player. And it's
30.
tight against the cushion as well, and normally if you play them with any pace, the object ball comes away from the cushion a little bit because of the weird spin that the cushion applies to the cue ball. He'll probably only be able to
31.
drop it in.
So this is an important shot coming up. Got to finish on the pink in such a way
37.
as to get onto that last red.
$38.
Well, he's got a choice here, whether to try and move the red or drop in behind it.
I think if Ryan were to play this with a trace of left-hand side, it will just help to drop in behind the red. It won't like this.
He hasn't got close enough, has he? Disappointed with that. A little
43.
bit too much stun into the cue ball. So just a safety, you would think.
Yes, it'd be far too risky, wouldn't it, Joe, to take this on?
Ryan Day, 43.
Well, finished up with a good safety. And yeah, good idea. Trying to play the snooker, but he should be in trouble next shot. A lot of balls to hide behind. And the brown in a difficult spot for Karen Wilson. If he can't hit it, I think he can hit it, but it's such a tough shot to get it safe.
It's got to be so thin, this, and the cue ball needs to avoid cannoning the brown, which it probably would, but not by much if he plays it well. Ideally, he doesn't want that red to move too far.
Again, just a little shorter pace. As Dominic said, he didn't want to bring that red away from the cushion too much. Now, can he be tempted? Again, it's an easy safety come snooker. What about the pot? Well, he hasn't held his hand up, so maybe he played it.
I just think the cushions are playing so squarely. I'm sure Ryan intended for that red to go towards the black spot area. The brown was cuttable, and he's played it with check side, and he's held for the yellow. He couldn't have played that better.
5.
Oh,
Ryan
wow.
Day, 5.
Well, if he did fluke the red, it's cost him the game, or should have. The only problem is green to brown, brown to blue.
Well, I'm sure Karen Wilson thought this frame had gone as well.
2.
I was amazed to see Ryan miss this.
Couldn't have played it any better, could he? That's exactly how he played it. Coming round through cushions.
Nine.
Blue and pink still needed.
And just lost the cue ball a little. I'd still found to pop the cue ball on the baulk cushion.
Oh, it's there. It's a good one from Kyron Wilson. Well, Ryan Day had his chance. He missed the yellow, but Kyron Wilson wins the frame in the end, and he extends his lead. And is just one frame away from victory now at 3-1.
Frame 5.
Welcome back.
Ryan Day to break.
Ryan Day had a chance for 2-all. But he missed the yellow. So he breaks off for frame 5. At the point of no return now. Potentially 3 frames remain of this match. He needs to win them all.
Yes, it hurts when you know the game's been within your grasp. It's down to you that you've lost the frame, and it's a difference of 2 frames, isn't it? Because 2 each or 3-1. It's whether he can get over that. That red travelling a little further than he intended. I think he may be tempted by this red. In fact, you can see the other one.
One.
Another expertly cued long red from Kyron Wilson. He really does have this flat, straight collection. There's not a lot that can go wrong with it. Coupled with the fact that he keeps so still on the shot as well. And I think he wanted to play for the red closer to the black there. He may well still play it, but he wanted to be just a touch straighter on it than he is.
Seven.
Yeah, this black a little bit more difficult than it could have been. Playing that very confidently. Not bothered about the pockets being tight. As long as they're in, they will go in. You just cannot take liberties with them. He's overscrewed it. And now, not straightforward. Stun run through, and he couldn't have played that any better either.
22.
Yeah, if anything, he just killed the pace of the cue ball a fraction too much. The pot is certainly on, but positionally may have to do something with the cue ball here. Its natural path would be to go up to the bulk line. So having to play it in and out of bulk.
23.
I don't think he's played this with enough pace.
No, the cue ball just not hard enough. The green, tough. The yellow, tough. The safety, tough.
Kyron Wilson, 23.
Never holds back, does he, Kyron Wilson? That was a very tough green to take on.
It was, wasn't it? You know, it's 3-1 up. I wonder if he'd have taken that on if it had been 2-all or something, you know. It's just how he feels, but he was lucky because the cue ball just caught the jaw of the middle pocket, and that's why this red is a thinner cut than it may have been.
Good pot. Nicely on the black. What kind of an angle does he have? Yep, he can get into the reds from there. And what a brilliant split.
8.
He couldn't have played that one any better. That's an excellent shot from Ryan Day.
No.
this stage of the match. Every chance that Ryan gets that's as good as this, he needs to take full advantage of. They don't take long normally, these best of 7 frames sprints. Never really out the match, even if he's 0 behind.
14.
Yeah, but we'd rather be 3-0 in front, wouldn't we? Not happy with the contact.
Well, that's just about the worst angle that Ryan could have left from where he was.
He needed a little bit of luck, and he couldn't have had anything worse really there. I couldn't see him not being on red the way he played it. He got plenty of action on the cue ball, but there's nothing there. He can't afford to push the boat out too much.
Ryan Day, 22.
Oh, brilliant shot. Brilliant pot to the middle. The green looks to be a little straight from the way it's playing. Now it's got a slight angle. And that just shows you they will go in if they're in. That was a real power shot.
4.
Oh, this was a remarkable pot from Kyron, and that last green that he played, it just shows you, doesn't it, what's achievable with just a fraction of an angle.
Well, he's made this table look as though it's easy,
Well.
Karen Wilson. Could have had 2 centuries to open with. His powered balls in along the
13.
cushion.
Yes, and like all great champions, Kyron is a very, very good front runner as well.
18.
I reckon he's just a good runner.
Yes. Well, he's won
19.
14 professional titles, 10 of them ranking titles. Of course, he's the defending champion here.
It's going to take a good player to beat him, that's for sure. He hasn't won this match yet,
25.
and it's looking likely he will now from here. 26-point lead already, doesn't need the difficult red.
26.
Slamming balls in the middle pockets. Well, it's supposed to be difficult.
Just see the highest breaks between the two players. Kyron with that terrific 135. He's also made a 93. Ryan Day's highest breaks, 42 and 43.
Yeah, I'd have liked to have been playing for the blue here to make it easy to get to that red that he needs
34.
near the balk area. So the pig puts in 41 points, which is good. Just the red needed to leave round there needing snookers.
40.
Doesn't look like missing. And that should make absolutely sure. And as I say, it's going to take something special
46.
to stop Karen Wilson retaining this title.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the red, I'm sure. Ryan Day
46.
will consider conceding. He's just looked at the scores. He's 47 behind, 35 on. So the reason he's carrying on is because there's a red left and there's a chance that he could get the snooker and a free ball. A forlorn hope, but you don't give up in situations like this. There's always a chance.
Yeah, I can't fault anybody playing on. It's happened before. In fact, I think Gary Wilson won the title needing 4 snookers. And that looks a good one.
No, there's no gap there. Surely there's no gap there.
And you can't swerve it because of the brown. There is a chance of the free ball here. Whether he leaves one or not is another thing. He'll be thinking of it.
I think he can come inside the yellow, just miss the mid pocket, and just roll up to the red without any great pace. He'd have to make a huge misjudgment to leave a free ball, but decided to play it with pace, Joe. I was a bit surprised.
I cannot believe he played it at that pace. Had he missed it, it would have been a free ball guaranteed. But he hit it full ball, so